commenting, and sharing our videos, and most importantly for subscribing. We really appreciate you guys because you're definitely helping us grow. And thank you so much. We really appreciate you. So in today's video, what I want to do is I want to share some let me have a seat here on the grass, just grounding. I want to share some I'm so sorry, the thingy is a little bit shaky. Just want to get my thingy right. Okay, there we go. So I want to share some success stories using the law of assumption. And yeah, success stories is very encouraging, and it also gives us that belief in ourselves to also give it a go and to give it a try. And success stories is basically the proof in the pudding that just proves that manifestation actually does work, and more specifically the law of assumption does work as well. So why do I love to apply the law of assumption in my life? Because it gives me the power. I do not have to depend on anything outside myself, such as any deities, the moon, zodiac signs, energy healers, psychics, tarot cards. I've got nothing against these things that's outside of myself, but I do not want to give my power away to these things because I don't want to feel like a victim, because I do not want to end up blaming these things if my life goes wrong. That's why I love the law of assumption, because the law of assumption gives me the power. Now, what is the law of assumption? It's the idea that you use your mind to manifest your desires. Now, how do you do that? By simply choosing what you want and then assuming that you already have it. So, for example, if you want ice cream, all you're going to do is just see in your mind that you are already enjoying the ice cream. You just imagine or visualize or conceptualize or daydream or think as though you are already having the ice cream. So now that is the law of assumption in the most basic and simplest terms to apply. Now check this out. Let me share some success stories. Now, one thing that I always tell my clients is, I say, listen, you want to apply the law of assumption for everything in your life. Do not just do it for money. Don't just do it for clients. And don't just do it for, your big desires. Do it for everything. Like, pardon me, my wife and I, Kylie, we use the law of assumption for everything. For our health, for things that we lose, for our baby own, for our family, for the weather, for everything. Now check this out. So Kylie had a digestion problem when she grew up. So for many years, her digestion was messed up, and she had to go on medication, and all these things. So now we now have a baby, Omi. So now Omi had digestion problems as well, and when Kylie told me about her experience growing up, it was very painful and sad. So I said, you know what? I do not want Omi to go through the same experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the law of assumption to assume that our son Om now has a perfect digestion. That's what I'm going to do. So I then started accepting and assuming that he has a perfect digestion. And I told my wife, listen, he now has a perfect digestion. Everything is fine. Do not worry about the circumstance. I just want you to accept right now in your imagination that he already has a perfect digestion. And so we both agreed and we said, okay. And so I ended up making a nursery rhyme that basically goes like this. Omi has a perfect digestion. 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 Now, the reason why I did that is because I want that affirmation to linger in my mind and to remind me that Omi now has a perfect digestion. So now check this out. It took us, when it comes to time, if Kylie was next to me, she would tell me exactly how long it took. So I would say, if I had to guess, I would say it took us maybe just over 2 months for the assumption to actually push out, because he's been struggling for, let's just call it 3 months, right? But I remained faithful to the assumption, and I always reminded myself that he has a perfect digestion. He has a perfect digestion. He has a perfect digestion. And now, Omi has a perfect digestion. He now, because previously, you have to understand, for like 3, 4, 5 days, he wouldn't poop, nothing. And we were thinking of taking him to a doctor, but then we decided to take him to a natural, path instead. And then she obviously, suggested a few things, to us, to try, prunes and this and that. And we said, no, we did, try all those things. And, but then I knew that in my mind, circumstances do not matter. The only thing that matters is what I accept, agree to, and see in my mind, right? And then I told my wife, let us just remain faithful. It has to harden into fact, because that's the law. As long as you remain faithful to the assumption, it has to harden into fact. And now I am presenting to you with a big smile on my face that Omi does have a perfect digestion. Sometimes he poops like 3, 4 times, during the day. And we're just so happy that everything is working perfectly fine with him. And I've already shared this testimonial. He also couldn't sleep. He used to wake up every hour, 2 hours. I'm talking about when he was 4 or 5 months old. Now, you have to understand, my friend has a baby as well, same age as Omi. And his baby slept throughout the entire night. Same age. So that's the reason why I knew that we can experience the same with Omi as well, because we used to wake up every hour, 2 hours, every hour, 2 hours. I'm like, what the hell? And then you can't even function during the day because he's been waking up every day. And then I told my wife, no, he's a perfect sleeper. I said, no, Omi is a perfect sleeper. Let us accept that assumption. Omi is a perfect sleeper. Omi is a perfect sleeper. He's a perfect sleeper. Now, with a big smile on my face, Omi now goes to bed at 7 p.m. Sorry, he goes to bed before 7 p.m., right? And he wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So he literally sleeps for 12 hours straight. Perfect sleeper. Now, why is that? It's because of our assumption. You see, your external reality is a reflection of your mindset. So if you have in your mindset that, oh no, all babies, babies usually wake up 2 or 3 times a night, that's normal. that's what you're going to get. Because your external reality is like a mirror. It shows you what's happening in your mind. Now, we have accepted that Omi is a perfect sleeper and Omi has a perfect digestion. And now my wife and I, we can now play games at night. We have dinner together with candlelight. Every single night we light the candles. And we just chat. We have beautiful, deep conversations. We reminisce. We spend quality time. We watch our favorite show. We love watching Young Sheldon and Star Trek. And sometimes we watch stand-up comedy. Now you have to understand, we could not do this before because we had to have Omi with us, because we know that he had trouble sleeping. But the moment when we changed our assumptions that he is now a perfect sleeper, he has a perfect digestion, now Omi is a perfect blissful baby. Now why am I sharing this with you? Because you maybe have a baby, a son, a teenager that's maybe a partner that's acting, undesirable. And you can apply the exact same thing. You can apply the law of assumption to also see what you want to see, hear what you want to hear, and assume what you want to assume, and watch how your reality will shift. So now check this out. I also apply the law of assumption for my coaching business. Now, I had a lot of success with my telecoms business, made a lot of money, took my telecoms business to $1 million in 9 months. But for some reason, I couldn't do that with my coaching business. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And then I had to actually release and just let go of some limiting beliefs that I was holding on to, such as, no, it's not hard it's hard to get clients, it's hard to make money in the coaching industry. That's what I believed. But the moment I changed those assumptions to that, it's the easiest thing to get clients every day, it's the easiest thing to make money. As a matter of fact, I make thousands of dollars a day. And I accepted that assumption. And now we experiencing that. Every day we wake up, we see hundreds and thousands of dollars in our account because of the assumption that I've accepted. Now, the law of assumption is extremely powerful. Why is it powerful? Because your assumptions create your reality. Now, you currently have assumptions about your body, about your health, about your relationship, about your money, about your bank account, about your clients, and your business. Now, the assumptions that you currently have is actually what is showing up, what has showed up yesterday, earlier on, and what will be showing up later on. So you have to ask yourself now, how is your health? So if your health is not perfect, it's because of your assumptions. I'm sorry to be blunt, but that's just how it is. Now ask yourself, how is your relationships? If your relationships are toxic and undesirable, it's because of your assumptions. It's got nothing to do with the other person. Now ask yourself, how is your money situation? How does your bank account look? Now, if your bank account is not comfortable, and if your money situation is not healthy, it's because of your assumptions. It's got nothing to do with the other people. Now check this out. When you change your assumptions, everything change. Now, how do you change your assumptions? You just ask yourself, what do you want? What do you want? What do you really, really want? What do you want? If you could only get a yes, if there were only yeses for you, what would you like to experience in your life? What is that? What is that? Well, let's just say if that is for you to be happy, healthy, and wealthy, all you need to do is assume that you are already happy, healthy, and wealthy, and you remain faithful to that new assumption, irrespective of what your brain, body, and 3D says. You remain faithful. You have to understand manifestation is a mindset game, it requires discipline. So you constantly have to remain faithful to your new assumption. Now, what is assumptions? What are assumptions? An assumption is your beliefs. Now, what is a belief? A belief is a thought that you keep on thinking over and over again. So now what does this mean? You have to start changing how you're thinking. Now when you change how you're thinking, you change your assumptions. When you change your assumptions, you change your story. When you change your story, you change your life. When your life is changed, you then smile, and now you're comfortable, and now you're happy, and now you are in love with life, and most importantly, you are in love with yourself. And that's how it works. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys, that the law of assumption is extremely powerful. Why? Because the law of assumption is basically you. The only thing that you have to do in order to live the life of your dreams is for you to change you. You have to change how you see yourself. When you change how you see yourself, you change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you change how you interpret the 3D. And that's what's making you the new version of yourself, which is the you 2.0. Absolutely. Well, that's a good question. How assumptions can become a law. So you are the creator of your reality. So you make the laws. So it's up to you. So you can make a law right now, and you can say that whenever I drink water, I receive unexpected money. So you can make that a law. You say, whenever I drink water, I receive unexpected money. So when you drink water, you know that you have to receive unexpected money. That can be your law. Now, the reason why you create the laws is because you are the main character. Whatever you say goes. So you are the prize. So whatever you say goes. When you go to the coffee shop and you say, I want cappuccino, they give you cappuccino. They don't give you tea. When you go to the pizza store and you ask for a margarita pizza, they give you a margarita pizza. They do not give you a meat pizza. When you go to the restaurant and you ask for red wine, they give you red wine. They do not give you white wine. So you are the main character. Whatever you say goes. So now check this out. You are always talking to yourself in your mind. Now those inner conversations is what creates your reality. So you have to ask yourself, what are your inner conversations? What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself that you already have your desires? Or are you telling yourself that you have to get it? Are you telling yourself that you have to manifest? Are you telling yourself that you have to do affirmations? Are you telling yourself that you have to do this? What are you telling yourself? What are those inner conversations? I want you to think of yesterday. Go to yesterday. Just go back to yesterday and share in the comments below. Be honest. Be honest and tell me, what are your inner conversations? What were your inner conversations yesterday? What were you telling yourself? Share with me in the comments. What were you telling yourself through yesterday in your inner conversations? To give you an idea, I used to tell myself that, you know what, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I need to do that before I can get my my desires. I told myself a whole list of things. Check there, it's just chilling there. Have a look at him. Say hello to my friends. Say hello to my friends. It's just chilling there. That's my homie. It's one of my homies, you know. So now check this out. Could this work with a history of chronic insomnia? Have you ever assumed you have 8 hours sleep? Yeah, it works for everything. It works for everything. I healed my back with the law of assumption. I healed teeth. I healed my eyesight. You know, I healed. I mean, it works with everything. You have to understand. You have to understand that you are the main character. You are the actual creator of your reality. You are the creator of your reality. And yeah, there's someone, there's someone actually that did our 3-day money, challenge. Someone that just kind of emailed us and say, hey, yeah, we did a 3 money day challenge because we've got a meditation that we guide you, that you just follow what we do, what we tell you. So the meditation on our website, and they did it for 3 days and they won 30 million. I see there's a comment there, win the lottery. Yeah, so they did the 3-day money out of thin air, out of the blue challenge, and yeah, it's agreeing, and they won 30 million. So yeah, you can, of course, you can, win the lottery, but I always say that don't limit yourself just to the lottery. Why don't you just manifest and become a wealthy version of yourself? Why don't you become the rich version of yourself? Why don't you become the abundant version of yourself? Because then you open up yourself to lottery wins, to scratch cards, to business opportunities, to a whole lot of things. You know what I mean? Don't just limit yourself to lottery. You're an infinite being. You are unlimited. You are limitless. Why would you just want to limit yourself to lottery? Why don't you tell yourself that you are already a millionaire? And now you're already a millionaire. Now the funds can come from lottery, from scratch cards, from competitions, from businesses, from clients, from inheritance. You're opening up yourself to unlimited sources of abundance because you are an unlimited being. Okay, so yesterday I said many affirmations, but I don't know what I thought for the rest of the day. Yeah, okay, no, thanks for being honest, And if you don't know what you are thinking about, just look at your results. Look at your health, look at your happiness, relationships, look at your bank account, look at your money situation. It will tell you exactly what you're telling yourself because most of your inner conversations are unconscious. You are unaware of it because your brain is a record of the past. So your brain is basically playing the old story that you've been telling yourself for many, 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 many years. It's just on repeat. Now you are unaware of that story because it's a part of you. It's literally a part of you. So you're not even thinking about it. It's happening on autopilot. Now the only reason for you to identify, the only reason for you, just looking at my Omi and my beautiful wifey. The only reason for you to identify what your inner conversations are is for you to look at your results. It will tell you exactly where you're at. So that's it for me now. I need to spend some time with my family. It's good to see everybody here. Love you all. And remember, the law of assumption is powerful, and I shared with you how to use it. And if you need one-on-one help or assistance, you can go in the description below. We have a lot of free resources as well. You can also go in the description below. And yeah, so just click in the description, go to free resources. There's plenty stuff on how to manifest money, how to manifest your SP, how to become a master at manifesting. And of course, if you need one-on-one help and guidance, we can also help you as well. Having said that, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, having said that, keep smiling, enjoy your blissful day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.